Rage got published on New City Review at the beginning of the year, and it's something I've been working on for a while, and then we woke up in Trump America, and now it makes a little bit more sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I've been listening to punk records for a long time, so this little world hasn't ever seemed right. What am I talking about? I don't know. Creep. We've got a situation. Tilted swans are made of butter, magnets, and insufferable twits. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. But have you heard? The go-to nerve syndrome, new virus, and the ever-changing nature of slang can be quite confusing, like the static of a Berlusconi media and your jittery morning smile as birds hover over your fevered bedhead. It is the itch under the sack in your scalp, the facial tic, the stutter in your mom's hubbada-hubbada-hubbada-booda phone call now. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. The blossoms aren't stunned by schizophrenia and the changes in weather, nor are they confused by the final connection of the lock. They react to the changes with their own key. But there's a girl who's supposed to like unicorns, and all she wants is tequila and maybe a sandwich, but all she gets is a story. Never mind the history. Ignorance is bliss, is fear, is the right to be PC, is the right to be offended by the mustard gas and the formaldehyde of the jar holding the idea of Hitler's brain. If you don't like the games, the lines, then gallop over them like John Lennon unicorn and rain piss on the gods, or as the wombat, if you please, rough as a boar, hard as a table, appearing cuddly. Fuck on the water, get weird on a raft, surf on that wave going over the dam, drink the blood dripping from the dam. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. Mind the outboard motor when the hearts of scar tissue sings of hunger from your intestines and Bob Kaufman ceases to believe in your dreams. Blow the bass player. Burn the books. Buy drinks for the drummer. Listen to your enemies. They want to give you universal access to anything you can pay for with plastic. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. Just as one would not show one's hand to the Father, that entity that dealt it, felt it, held it, cherished it, smelled it, and knelt down in thanksgiving for it, lest he thwarts one's angst-felt wisdom, so too do ignore the list of the masses. They are to be burning heaps, steaming crops of nothing good, but for the ones who conjured them up, wrote them down, and shared the profits. Kill the clouds and blot out the sunshine if it omits desire and stilts creativity and love. Leave the world to sweat and dream of ether. Laugh at pain as it melts or becomes more severe. Eavesdrop, you creep, you will learn something. She says, did we talk about the generator? He quotes the idiocy, only to misuse the word. Grammar is for snobs. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. Know your mother while you teach her to smuggle your convictions, you master agents of control. If you read this with your pants on and the headphones turned up just a little bit further than your buzz, dial the boss and tell him it is for the candy-colored bunions of your stagecoach Betty. Tell him you desire butterfly dust in your milk bottles in the morning. Tell him there is no stain without shouting and ape shit algebra. Tell him you love him. Set him free. Stir the fear into the corn syrup and watch the world waddle in their moves. If you have to engage further, thank the world equally for pain and giggles. Thank the idea of the cosmos as you do another migraine. as you would an orgasm that cripples or polio and the lack thereof, and the drivers in need of dead pedestrians and rotting birds. Yucking up at funerals, nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. Tell the story about wellness following on the pilgrimage into nothingness, when never allowed something to peek into the abyss, and the rain fell up the stairway to find the love of a wombat, only to find it there as hard as a table on the trail to moans. Yucking up at funerals, nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart. We are a generation that consumes cultural identities like locusts, but never digests any of them. When you eat 3, then there are 9. But is that true? Try it sometime, then yell, "Ha! Locust!" Generosity begat pain and deafness sorrow. Tweets and writhing knew all the buttercups, and the lids of eyes fluttered upon a dismal mid-morning as goats ate grass with dressing on the side. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Tweets are crutches. Count the dead. But if you need them, use them. Know that sometimes they're best meant for pretty birdies, and Satan brought home donuts. And it's Stanley Kubrick's fault. He typed. He tapped it into his device. He quotes the idiocy. Remember a time when a dyslexic 15-year-old could perform a tonsillectomy on a raging river with nothing but a quartz and a rotary phone, or live in a paper bag at the bottom of a septic slaughterhouse and not lose any sleep? The guy who made those cabinets told me all about it. Had the meter maid delivered to his ulcer. Still, it ain't over yet, but I'm going to miss my widget frag, my down guy wag my wiggle in the diggle of the wonky lag. At Sunday, do my jiggle jump off the bridge in your slit, you gape guy. Poop in the atheist member of Mod Flood, you doofus. You do for us, you Mary Poppins wiggleworm. But I won't share this except to you, my confessor. I hate your shoes. What are you doing there? They create my fear. Where do the toes go? Surf on the wave rushing across the dam. Savor the blood gushing from the dam. Yuck it up at funerals. Nostalgia is for creeps. Learn to love the little squiggles in the eyelids and the murmurs in the heart.